Hey guys, Ernie here, and welcome to the PaleoHikerMD channel. Every once in a while, a fellow YouTuber will tag me on a video, and recently Jude over at Jude Streicher Outdoors did that. He started kind of an interesting tag, looking at what he's calling relic knives. He's calling it the Relic Knife Challenge, and basically from what I gather, a relic knife is something that you can't purchase anymore because it's not made anymore, or it's a one-off type thing. And I'm gonna kind of include as well some nostalgic type knives that I have. Jude puts out great content, so I really wanna support his channel, and I'm gonna put out a video response to his challenge on my relic knives. So stay tuned and we'll take a look at what I got. Thanks for watching. So first off, guys, I've got this. This is an old school, I want to say one of the original Leathermans. It's got barely anything as far as actual attachment on it, okay? Leatherman, made in the USA. Says, you know, patent pending, Portland, Oregon, side clip trademark. This thing is old. I still use it all the time. It's actually the only multi-tool that I even own. It comes with its own little case, which a lot of the newer ones don't even come with a case unless you spend a whole lot more money. But this one's pretty special to me just because it's old. It's very nostalgic, very small in the hands, pretty lightweight, but gets the job done. So that's what I would call my first relic. Now I have a couple more nostalgic knives. This is a case knife. Case, of course, is very prevalent. Knife company, been around for a long time. This particular model, I don't think they probably make this bone pattern anymore. They probably come out with something very similar. Let me zoom y'all in a little bit. So this knife is special to me in two ways. First of all, it's the first knife that I remember actually owning. My father gave me this knife when I was fairly young. I thought it was pretty cool stuff back then, and I still think it's really nice. It's been around a long time. It's just a simple pocket knife, very, very sharp. Two blades, that one, and a smaller one. But pretty cool. Like I said, Case still makes these. I'm not sure if they make this exact pattern, but I'm gonna call this a relic knife more than anything because it's probably 25 years old. It was given to me by my dad, which is pretty cool. Very similar to my next knife. When I was in high school, I wanted kind of an EDC knife, and I didn't have money to buy one, of course. So my dad bought me this. This is a Gerber 450. This is still available. You can still buy this knife, okay? It's on Amazon for about 30 bucks. So it's not a relic from that standpoint, but again, this knife is probably 20, 22 years old. Still looks really, really nice. Okay, as far as I remember, it's about that old. Maybe it's only 15 years old, but it's old. And again, it was given to me by my dad, so I kind of consider it somewhat of a relic. It's a nice knife from the standpoint that it's pretty low priced. It's obviously lasted this long. It's got a nice clip. It's got a serrated portion of the edge and then a straight portion of the edge. So Gerber 450, another kind of heirloom knife for me, so I'll call it a relic. So now we'll move into a little bit larger knives and two of my favorite knives that I own. This is by a gentleman named Tom Chitwood. Tom had a YouTube channel for several years, but unfortunately a couple of years ago he got into a pretty big motorcycle wreck and he hasn't been putting out any videos or making knives. Luckily I was able to get him to make me a couple of knives, in fact 3 of them. One of them I gave away to my brother, so I don't have it. This is a Kephart style knife that he makes or made out of an old hickory. You can see it says old hickory here on the side. An old hickory kitchen knife. And he basically took that kitchen knife and created a Kephart style blade, which is totally cool. One of my favorite knives. Quite a few other YouTubers have this knife, got it from Tom. I think some other people also make a similar knife, but he made this for me, and definitely a relic. You can't get them anymore. Tom doesn't make them anymore. He also made this Kydex sheath for me. So that is my next relic knife, which is the Tom Chitwood Old Hickory. Really cool blade. The next blade Tom made me was this knife, and it came in this Kydex sheath, okay, which is very nice. I ended up getting a different one. I'll show you all that in a second. This knife has been featured on quite a few of my videos. It is an absolutely beautiful knife. It's 01 tool steel, okay, you can see the grind on it. All right, it's micarta scales. It's very thick, as you can see. I don't remember how thick this is. Let me figure that out. Hold on. It's a 3/16 inches, okay? He made me this knife. It is extremely comfortable. Obviously, this is all custom made. So it is a relic because you cannot buy this knife. And I believe Tom no longer makes knives. As you guys can see though, this thing is awesome. He really, really was getting good at his craft before he had his accident. And then Tom, if you're watching this, bud, we definitely miss you here on YouTube. And I miss you making me knives because this thing is awesome. Keeps an edge like crazy. Like I said, just Absolutely super comfortable in the hand. One of my 2 favorite knives that I own. You guys are about to see the other one. Now coincidentally, I did get Jeremiah at Country Pepper. He made me this sheath. I made a video all about this sheath. I sent him the knife and he made this sheath for me. It's pretty epic. I think he still makes sheaths and he can make them for you, so that's not really a relic, but just showing it off because it is pretty cool. Now this last knife is pretty special as well. This is made by a gentleman named Kyle Versteeg. He has a YouTube channel called The Average Iowa Guy, and he has a company called Versteeg Blades. Now Kyle still makes knives, so you can get a knife made by him, custom order only, but you cannot buy this knife. This is a knife, again, made out of 01 tool steel. You can see on the side here, it's number 14. I don't know if you can see that, it's number 14. He changed shops, and this he moved from Iowa to Michigan, and this was the 14th knife that he made in Michigan. And if you look on his website, I think he's up to the mid-30s now. He doesn't make a lot of knives. Took a while for him to make this one for me. I wanted a classic bushcraft style knife, and that's exactly what he made me. You can see his maker's mark right here, Versteeg. I asked for some pretty special handle material, and he said he had this ironwood, which is what this is. This is from a local meat plant that closed there in his area, and he was able to get this ironwood for me. It's got some red liners, which look really nice. And then he's got one mosaic pin here in the middle just for some decoration. Super comfortable in the hand. He is a hand surgeon, so he knows his way around not only a knife, but also the ergonomics of you know, the hand as well. So super nice. Hopefully that focus is decent. You guys can see a Versteeg custom blade, relic without question, because this will be the only one ever made just like this. This will be passed down to my son, and hopefully from there on. Now lastly is a little bit of a bonus, guys. This isn't a knife, but it's certainly a blade, right? This is the Les Stroud Bushman axe by Wetterlings. Now you can no longer buy this new, you have to buy it used. It is a 21-inch hickory handle. It's a 2-pound head, so it's a really nice size. Camp axe, bush axe, you can use it for fine work, you can use it for bigger work. But I figured it is an heirloom blade, obviously, and I wanted to show it to you guys. Again, it's made by Wetterlings in Sweden. Most people consider them the best axe makers in the world, and I certainly don't disagree. This axe has never let me down. It comes with a nice little axe sheath. I made this little leather collar here to protect the wood a little bit, but definitely my favorite axe to take with me. I will take it on longer trips because it's fairly big. I'll use a smaller hatchet if it's a shorter trip, but definitely a relic type blade because you can no longer buy it, and I think it's a really nice axe. All right, so that's my relic knives. That's my response to Jude. Recommend you guys check out his channel. It's really great. I'm supposed to tag 3 other people to show us their relic knives. I kind of defined those for you guys. I might have expanded it a little bit with a couple of my knives. More just nostalgic knives for me, along with the relics that I do have. So I'm going to tag a few people. First of all, Shane Coffee at Shane Coffee Outdoors. You guys may know him as the inventor of the coffee spit, which is a pretty cool device used for roasting meat over an open fire. But Shane's got a great YouTube channel. Check him out. I'll link him down below. Second is somewhat of a neighbor of mine, CLP Bushcraft. He's got a lot of great videos, starting to put out more content. Seems like a super cool dude, so I want to help maybe bring his channel up a little bit. He's got really great reviews on gear. He's built kind of an outdoor base camp and stuff like that. So CLP Bushcraft, let's see what kind of knives you got. And lastly, Howard, I'm not saying you're old, but Cabot Bluegill, you know, he should have some relics. You know, I mean, this guy, he should have some relics, right? So Howard, I'm gonna tag you as well, just whatever you may have that they don't make anymore, or whatever it might be, something nostalgic. Shane Coffee, CLP Bushcraft, and Cabot Bluegill, those are my 3 tags. As always, guys, I appreciate you checking out the PaleoHikerMD channel. It's hot. It's hot here in Louisiana, I ain't gonna lie. I am doing a lot of indoor videos, which are really nice. I also have some backlog videos in stock to put out to you guys every week over time. We're so busy over the summer that even with the heat, it's hard to publish and to get outside. But I have some stuff I've done over the last 4 to 6 weeks, along with my continuing MRE tasting videos, which are kind of interesting. I really appreciate all of the support. I ask all of y'all to like this video if you like it, subscribe to the channel if you want to see further content, stuff like that. Make sure you also check out everybody I mentioned. Obviously Jude Streicher, who started this little challenge, and then the 3 people that I tagged, I mentioned earlier. Check them out. I'm going to enjoy my Sunday. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and stay tuned for more videos here on PaleoHikerMD.